Okay, we are back with King's Quest II Romancing the Stones, the remake of King's Quest II Romancing the Throne. Anyways, when we came here, we came to get the tiara from the grave over here, and when we got the tiara, we heard a wolf howl. That's a sign that there are wolves in the area, so we have an item that can help us.
The delicate bottle has a label. It reads, Wolfbane.
Perfect. So we're going to put that on us.
You rub the Wolfbane ointment all over your skin.
There we go. Now we should be safe. But we gotta go quickly. Sort of. I guess you don't really have to go quickly, but...
Without warning, a wolf darts out of the dark forest and dashes towards you, and this time it's running directly at you. Sensing the Wolfbane ointment on your skin, the wolf quickly turns and flees back into the forest.
Okay.
The Wolfbane ointment has worn off.
I feel like no matter what, it will wear off after the wolf comes, so you can actually put it on you as soon as you get the bottle. But I always like to do it a little closer, you know, for story purposes. Let's go down, please. Here, just wait. Gotta move my stuff down. Okay, down again. You can use the keyboard if you want when playing this game, which is kind of nice, but of course the mouse is easier, but I'm playing in a window, so sometimes you can't get it quite to the edge as well without clicking outside, and then it's annoying. So now we're heading back to the castle because we need to bring back the tiara that we got. And then we can get the death gem, and then we can go through the door of destiny and meet the future queen. Let's go up this way. Okay, so this is where you need to have the Bible passage with you, which I read in the last video, so I'm not going to read it again. I have it written down, the correct one, so you do south, then north, then west. You want to be careful, because if you go off into these little corners here, you'll fall into the river, so that's why I didn't want to keep playing with the keyboard. So west, we go west again. And then we're going to go north. And then we go back down south. And then we're going to go west again. And then south, which I should just do with clicking the mouse, at least to get into the middle. And then we go south again, which I can just use with the mouse, or sorry, with the keyboard. And then west is our last way to go. There we go, yeah, if we come up through the bottom here and we see the castle in the distance, you got it right, so let's go up here.
Something is wrong here. There is no boat, no boatman, and... no escape. The monk and his pack have tracked you here, and they clearly intend to do nothing less than rip you to pieces. If you're going to do something, now would be a very good time.
Okay. Well, we have this needle that we got from the haystack earlier, so let's dip that in the water.
Very carefully, you bend down and soak the tip of the needle in the foul, toxic water.
So you have a silver needle, which is like a silver bullet, almost, but now it's also got toxic water on it. Stick it in the reed. The
silver needle fits perfectly into the end of this hollow reed, making a sturdy pea shooter. The coating of deadly poison makes the needle a lethal projectile.
And now we just shoot the main monk guy with it. Okay. Now I'm gonna mute myself real quick, actually. We'll watch this whole scene.
I see you have met the Brotherhood of the Pack.
Where were you?
Detained. A man who had assumed your appearance boarded my boat. When we reached the other side, I perceived the flaws of his disguise and dispatched him instantly. The Count has been wary of the Brotherhood of the Pack for many years now. In obtaining what he asked for and ridding this land of their leader, you have served him doubly well this night.
The shrouded ghoul paddles across the toxic lake to the shore on the other side. You re-enter the huge wooden doors and quickly make your way to the castle's main dining room. As expected, you find the Count and Countess awaiting you.
You have performed admirably. Not only have you found the tiara I sought, you have rid me and this land of the deceptive and secretive Brotherhood of the Pack. They have committed many atrocities against my family, such as the deaths of our son and daughter-in-law. I have been forced to remain secluded all these years, unable to serve my homeland as I should, to evade their relentless pursuit of wiping out my entire family line.
Is the Brotherhood really gone? Some of those wolves escaped.
The rest of the pack followed the wolves that ambushed you. However, without their leader, they will find themselves as lost in mind as they are now in body, whether human, wolf, or any other form. Their hastened passage through my swamp will not see a return to their den. Of that I can assure you.
You have trapped them all in the swamp? The entire pack?
An endless flight through the mire awaits them. Should my long-stilled heart ever feel pity again, perhaps one day I shall free them.
As you listen to the Count's cold, unforgiving tone, you thank your lucky stars that he no longer sees you as a threat, at least not for the time being.
I release you from my service, dear king. The nearing dawn no longer signifies an uncertain future for you.
You take the death gem. Finally, you have all 3 stones in your possession. You feel a pang of anticipation as you realize that all you need to do now is take them to the door of destiny.
You said you were the former Lord of Kalima?
Yes.
When did you abdicate?
I didn't, as such. When I became what I am now, ruling this realm lost all meaning to me. All that mattered was the well-being of my dearest treasure.
You flatter me.
It is well deserved. All that mattered to me was her safety. I concerned myself with little else.
And now?
I have recently given thought to... But no, it is a foolish notion to entertain. The people would never accept me as I am now.
Your statue in the town still stands. The people obviously hold you in high regard even after all the years of your absence.
Perhaps. However, my concern right now is the safety of my family. I have taken steps to ensure that they are better protected from our enemies.
The Count has nothing more to say to you at the moment. The Countess has nothing more to say to you at the moment.
Okay, I'm back.
I wish you the best, dear king.
A word of advice, King Graham. Once you have found the lady you seek, protect her with all your strength. Never leave her side, and place no importance above that of her well-being. Give your life for hers if it should ever come to that. Love can last an eternity, but your loved one can be lost in an instant. Heed those words, my king, and farewell.
Okay. So now we can leave through the front door, which I guess we could the last time we left it too. There's another cutscene coming up too again. Ugh.
You climb back into the decrepit rowboat, and the shrouded ghoul ferries you back across the lake.
He did what?
Well, it would appear that our Count's loyalty was to be questioned after all. Keldor has decided to leave us, now that he again has his wife at his side.
No one has ever left my service before.
Yes, Father, it is most regrettable.
It is unthinkable!
Yes, Father, it is quite unthinkable.
It is up to you then, Sister Agatha.
Yes, Father, it is... pardon?
You will have to deal with it yourself. If Graham dies abroad, the crown will pass to me. And with it, the item will be known to me at long last.
Father, are you sure? It is an ancient legend.
It does exist, and I will find it. Do you hear me, Agatha? Graham is not to return to Daventry alive.
The swamp seems a bit lighter than the last time you were here, and some of the heavy mist has lifted. Day must be dawning.
So we got back, or we got the tiara just in time by the looks of it. Just come on, go down, Graham. Okay, so, if you guys don't know, we have the birth gem, the air gem, or the growth gem, and the death gem. And those are the 3 gems we need to get into the Door of Destiny, if you guys remember that far back to when we played the game before. I kind of like, now I got a somewhat of a video editor that I can use, so I can edit my stuff before I put it on YouTube. Kind of wish I had that from the beginning, but whatever. We'll live. So after this video is done, I'm not probably going to post any other videos until January. There is a couple that I could post in between now and then that I already have up, but other than that I'm not gonna post too many. And come on, keep going. And so in January I'm gonna start King's Quest 3. Again, I hope. I don't know. To be perfectly honest, let me not even put a date right now. It will happen when it happens, okay? Because I don't want to. I know I've been putting in things saying, oh, well, next week I'll post the next videos and stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I had to record this a couple times, because I did it before, and the last time I recorded it, it's going to be like, oh, you know, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Well, then I changed my mind. And so I regret saying that. We're gonna save the game here, so 1 second. Okay, now let's cross this bridge. It always has a problem with crossing the bridge. Yeah, see, it always wants to go out and around. There. Uh-oh.
Oh no! The plank you stepped on was a trap. Your leg passed right through it, and now you are very, very stuck. Try as you might, you cannot dislodge yourself. You hear a noise. Someone or something is approaching you from behind.
You there! Can you... Wait a minute. I know you. You're that thieving little pest who used to reside in Daventry.
Yes. How kind of you to recognize me.
And just what are you doing here in Kalima?
Oh, this and that. At the moment, I'm getting my own back.
I beg your pardon?
Imagine my surprise when, having come home from a hard day's work,
Mugging, you mean?
I find that my treasure had been robbed and my food stolen.
Are you claiming either were yours to begin with?
I went a bit hungry yesterday, but I'm willing to forgive. I happen to know that you're carrying some most expensive items, including that which you stole from me. I give you a choice. Either you hand over some treasure, or I start cutting. I've already had a go at the ropes on the other side, so should you survive the impact once I have cut both ends here, I doubt the remainder will hold your dangling weight. Oh yes, you could start it by throwing me those lovely gems you're carrying.
Okay, so you don't have like a ton of time here, but if you take the gems and wrap them up in the cloth.
You wrap your gems up tight in the cloth.
Now, if you're smart, you're not going to give it to the guy, right? Because he's just going to cut it and drop the bridge anyways, and then you die. And you don't have your gems, which you need your gems to complete the game. So, we're going to throw them over here.
You fool!
Now, if you want your treasure, then you help me.
Not a chance! I'm not coming anywhere near you!
Fine, then you stay where you are, and the treasure stays over there.
It seems that your ultimatum has caused a conflict of interest for the dwarf. While he does not want to help you, his greed is demanding to be immediately satisfied. Having nothing else to do at present, you muse that kleptomania might be an inherent quality in dwarves in general. Then you notice the fraying ropes on the mountain end of the bridge. They are unraveling. He really did have a go at them earlier.
Well?
I might just leave you there. Wait until you die, and then come back. You will not be a problem to me when you are dead.
By which time the bridge will have fallen. You have done a good job on those ropes over there.
While muttering something inaudible, the dwarf throws you his knife. You catch it deftly, realizing that whatever you're going to do, you'd better do it fast. You begin cutting the exposed support rope.
What are you doing? You're crazy!
As each rope gives way to your onslaught, you hold on tight and brace yourself for the inevitable. Upon impact, the collision shatters the plank that held your leg in place, and you're again free to move. You also discover that your entire body really hurts now. You've made it to the other side safely. Of course, you have no way of getting back. Not that it concerns you at this point.
You could at least give me back my knife. No!
It serves you right for stealing from Daventry's magic chest.
Okay.
You unwrap the gems from the cloth.
So, this is the Door of Destiny that we've been getting the gems for. So we can start by putting in the gems.
You push the gem firmly into the indentation.
Birth, growth, death. The cycle of this life is complete, now and forever. Speak, and my purpose is thus fulfilled. My passage to the next world may begin at long last.
Then, if you please, I would bid thee open.
As you wish, but a word of caution. As you enter, know in your heart which destiny you truly desire.
Okay, so if you can't guess, the little extra video I'm going to post after this video is over is going through all the different ones and what you get on the other side. But of course, which one do we need? We need the Tower Realm to finish this game, so let's do it. Any of the other ones you'll die, so we're doing this one.
The sky above the surreal world is a brilliant orange. You realize with a start that there doesn't appear to be a sun anywhere in sight. In which case, where is the light coming from? Magenta water gushes from an opening in the cliff face, like strawberry wine being poured from a cask. The sand on the sparkling beach is a deep blue. The blazing light from the topaz sky dances across it. Cliffs tower above the beach. Although the water looks calm on the surface, there are dangerous undercurrents at work here.
Okay, so one of the first items we got in the game was this net, and we've barely used it, but you can see a fish coming here, so let's try and catch it.
You retrieve the empty net. You don't seem to be able to catch anything at the moment.
Well, let's try again.
You retrieve...
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna use the net to catch the fish, and then you can either choose to eat the fish or set it free. If you set it free, you get more points, so... There we go.
You cast the net into the tranquil sea. Upon retrieving it, you see that you have caught a large golden fish. It falls from the net and flops helplessly on the beach. You grab the flopping fish. Its mouth is wide open and its gills are extended. With great difficulty, you hold the fish as it twists and turns in your hands. You toss the fish back into the tranquil sea.
Thank you for not killing me. For your kindness, I will gladly take you across to the other side of this vast sea.
So we'll just climb onto his back?
You carefully lower yourself down the steep embankment and slide onto the fish's scaly back. You hold on tight as the fish swims far out to sea. You slide off the fish's back and clamber onto the sandy shore of a surreal little island.
Okay, so we're getting very close to the end of the game now. Okay, we're not gonna head up to the tower. I know that might be what you want to do first, but there's one more thing we gotta do before we go to the tower. See how this patch of sand is a little colored differently? Let's walk onto it. Oh, looks like something's there. Let's look at it.
Some writing has appeared in the sand. It reads,
"It would appear that you, my dear, are here indeed to help me. Walk to this sand and place your hand upon these words, and you'll see."
Hey, let's put our hand on the words.
You place your palm upon the words in the sand. You notice some more writing in the sand near the portal. It reads,
"You may return, but pause to learn a way to flee this cursed place. My end draws near, so hurry, dear, and come swift to me in haste."
Okay. Let's walk over here.
A year on, and you still look pretty darn good.
It's not what I was looking at.
3 symbols are depicted in the sand. Perhaps each one represents an action that must be performed in order to establish an escape route from this strange place.
Okay. Well, we can get this little piece here of quartz.
You pick up the beautiful stone of quartz.
And let's climb the tree. 'Cause it looked like we needed a coconut.
You remove an ample-sized coconut from the bunch growing in the treetop.
Come down, all the way down. And we're gonna...
You place the coconut to your lips. Oddly, no milky liquid comes out.
Oh yeah, you gotta open the coconut first, Graham. Use your sword on the coconut.
Using the sharp blade of your sword, you slice the coconut clean in half.
Nice. Now can you drink from it?
You put the half dome on your head. My, you do look smart. You take it off again.
Oh, great. Good job, Graham.
You fill the half coconut with briny water from the magenta sea.
And let's pour it onto the pitchers over here.
Some writing has appeared in the sand where the symbols used to be. It reads,
Well done, my dear. You've come so near. A king's quest is soon to end. But if now you go, alone you'd know, our broken path would ne'er mend.
Suddenly the sand begins swirling again. In place of the poem appears yet another portal.
Okay, so you don't want to walk onto that portal because it will just take you home. And you don't want to do that yet because we came here for a reason, right? We now have everything we need to go to the tower, so let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna save the game here real quick. Put the ring.
The circular gold object fits perfectly into the door's outer rim.
And if you forget where you got this ring, it was in Hagatha's cave when we went in there to get the nightingale. And of course we just got the quartz, so.
As you place the quartz stone into the shallow hole, you hear it lock into place. Suddenly, the statues rumble to life.
The truth you will find from one such as I, for the other can only be lying. These words will provide you the means to get by. My companion Zoe shall see you dying.
Okay, so I'll tell you one way you can figure this out, and I'll tell you actually after we. Well, okay, so the one who answers yes to if. Okay, wait, never mind. Give me a second. I will tell you which one in a second after we listen to one of them. So let's listen to this guy.
If you were to ask my companion if he
That's your
knows the
answer.
way through this door, he would answer, no. The first gave birth to all life. The second allows it to thrive. The third sustains all that wander it. The fourth will once a day hide.
Okay, so the answer that they give there to say what their companion would say is the answer to who knows the actual one. So obviously, he does not know, because he's lying. So, whereas this guy is telling the truth, and of course he would say that this guy says yes because he is lying. He's not lying, so he's going to tell you the truth, so he's the one you want to listen to. So.
If you were to ask my companion if he knows the way through this door, he would answer, yes. The first carries all manner of weather. The second gives cause to be burned. The third is shallow, as it can be deep. The fourth, to bear fruit, must be turned.
So cloud, sun, water, mountain. So cloud, sun, water, mountain. There we go. It's the same every time, but I always have to look it up. Or not look it up, but like listen to them. Going up the big. I really like in King's Quest 2015. There is a few parts I really like about. I think it's chapter 3. is where you go in. It's the one that is connected with this game. And there's a lot of parts that just make me so happy. And one of it is the music that they have during the final climb of the tower.
This is the biggest lion you have ever seen. He could eat you with 2 bites of his powerful jaws. His tail thumps repeatedly on the floor.
Okay. You can see the light coming through here, and you remember we got this emerald, or we made this emerald, back several videos ago when we were getting the air gem. And this emerald can shine through. I'm just trying to think for a second. Okay, never mind, it doesn't matter to you guys. So, yeah, so you can see the sun coming through, and so we just put this on the lion's tail. I don't know if you can. Yeah, it works.
Distancing yourself from the lion as much as possible, you hold the emerald in such a way that the window's light passes through it and shines directly onto his tail. Instantly, something begins to happen.
I cannot tell you how much I appreciate what you just did for me.
You are welcome. Who are you?
At one time, I was Hagatha's suitor, when we were both much younger. Believe it or not, she was quite attractive in her day. But during the course of our relationship, I fell in love with another woman. In a jealous rage, Hagatha transformed me into a lion to guard this door for the rest of my life. I have seen, or rather heard, many a pretty damsel spend the last of her days inside that room. Incidentally, I presume you have found the exit from this strange island?
Yes, but...
Then I shall bid you farewell. It is awfully drafty in here. Strange, I didn't notice that when I was covered in cat hair.
Okay, see, he left some cat hair behind, so let's pick that up.
You scoop the tuft of orange fur into your hand.
Okay. Just to get this out of the way now, we're going to put the tuft of fur into our youth potion that we got back a while ago.
You push the tuft of cat fur into the vial. It quickly dissolves into the blue liquid.
Okay. Now, when we go in here, things are going to happen fairly quickly. Just wait, I'll go in, 'cause it doesn't
You
happen
lift
right away.
the heavy wooden beam that holds the doors in place.
Oh, open the door too, Graham. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go through this part fairly quickly. At the very end, there's going to be a little spot where I'm going to be able to stop and talk to you guys before we finish the game. Once we finish the game, I'm going to mute myself right through until the end, okay? So you guys won't hear me at all again after we're done this little part. But I'm not going to mute myself yet, even though there's probably plenty of times where I could just be quiet for a bit, so I'll just be quiet for a bit. Okay? So, let's go over and see the girl. Let's go look at her.
She is even more lovely than she appeared in the magic mirror. She sleeps soundly and shows no signs of stirring at your presence. You feel as if you could watch her like this for an eternity. Unfortunately, it only seems like a fairy tale. The maiden doesn't respond to your kiss. Her sleep appears to be somewhat deeper than usual. You suspect a magical influence.
A magical influence. Well, we do have the emerald. Let's see if we can help her that way.
As you hold the emerald over the girl, you realize that the light from the window does not penetrate this part of the room.
Okay, so how can we fix that? We can't move her over to the window, but we have a mirror here.
A battered dresser sits to one side of the room. Its once beautiful mirror is half shattered, and the frame is warped and covered with nicks and scratches.
Okay. So you saw a little glint of light, so now we just gotta move the mirror. There we go. And now we can use the emerald.
You hold the emerald between the ray of light and the sleeping maiden. At first, nothing happens. Then she stirs. The radiant light streams through the emerald and dispels the sleeping enchantment instantly.
Hello, Graham.
Hello. I think you have me at a disadvantage, my lady.
Oh, of course. My name is Valenice. I've been watching you.
Watching me? But how?
In my sleep, from the moment you arrived in Kalima.
The lines in the sand. Those were your words?
This is a strange place, filled with much strong magic. Once you arrived, I discovered a way to communicate to you from my sleep. I hope you found my words to be of some aid.
Indeed I did, my lady. My heart was warmed greatly when you expressed your longing to see me.
I have come to learn a great deal about you, Graham, of your nobility and bravery. I know why you came here, and how truly deep your feelings are for me. I want you to know that I have come to feel the same way for you.
Something about the way she looks at you speaks 1,000 words. She loves you, Graham. She really loves you. Even if this is a dream, this moment could not be better.
Now, isn't this nice? What a pretty pair. I hope you're enjoying each other's company, since you won't be doing a great deal else for much longer.
The door! Why, you...
Which?
I'm sure it would have rhymed.
Silence. I will not be so spoken to by the likes of you.
Why do you despise her? What has Valenice ever done to you?
She has the attention of men all over the land. Attention that once had all been mine. I won't allow her to take it away from me.
I think you should just allow the two of us to go.
And why would I want to do that?
We would leave your realm together, never to return. Then you would have all the attention you could ever want again.
Nice try, my pretty fly. But you are caught in my web now. And besides, the father would not want you returning and interrupting his search.
The father? Is he one of your male admirers?
You think that the father is one of my admirers? You silly boy. How naive you are not to even realize that the man in charge of your own army is the man who wishes you destroyed.
Okay, so that's kind of a hint there right now. If you remember back to the very first video that we did of King's Quest II, that guy that we met who we didn't know from the first King's Quest game, he seems to be the father, I guess. So now that Graham knows that, let's give her something that she's been wanting for a while. Let's look at it real quick.
The tainted youth potion has strands of orange fur floating about in it.
Gee, I wonder what that would do to somebody who wants to drink it. Let's find out, shall we?
I have something that might interest you. A youth potion. Brewed from a nightingale, no less.
You have it? Well, don't just stand there, you foolish boy. Give it to me. Yes, this is it. I thought I'd never see it again. At last, I have the finished youth potion in my hands. Look at me. I am so beautiful. What have you done to me?
Just giving you a taste of your own medicine.
How could you? I'll never be able to show my face anywhere. And I have fleas. How bad is it? Let me see. My eyes!
Hagatha's body is nowhere to be seen. I wonder where she went.
How odd.
Yes.
I beg your pardon?
You were trying to think of the best way to ask me to marry you. As I said, I have seen you in my dreams ever since you arrived in Kalima, and I have come to feel for you the way I know you feel about me. So the answer to your question is yes.
But I haven't asked you yet.
There is a far better question you could ask, such as, where shall we be wed? In your kingdom or mine?
Yours. There is something I must attend to in Daventry that may ruin the occasion otherwise.
Whatever you decide, my dear.
You manage to break open the door. The two of you venture to the smaller island, where the portal still swirls expectantly. As you step through it, you find yourself wondering where it will teleport you.
We seem to be in Hagatha's cave.
How did we end up here?
I've no idea.
A glass dome, semi-spherical in shape, sits on the table. It reminds you of a shakeable snow dome toy that you once owned as a child. Inquisitively, you pick up the glass dome to inspect it more closely. Astounding. Within the dome's wall of glass is contained the entire island realm, quartz tower and all.
Why ever would you want to take that?
This item denied you of your freedom. It is only right that you may do as you please with it. Or you could accept it as a wedding gift.
Valanice takes the dome from your hand.
I shall keep it as a reminder that, regardless of what transpires from this point on, I have experienced worse.
Okay. So I guess that's the amount of points we're going to have for the finishing of this game. I don't know where I missed some of the points, but we'll have to see some other time. But right now, I am going to mute myself because we're about to see the final cutscenes and everything of the video. And I will not return to talk or anything like that until King's Quest 3, which will happen in the new year. So everybody have safe and happy holidays, whether you've already started celebrating or you will be celebrating anything. Make sure you stay safe, make sure your family stays safe, and I will return in January to finish up the rest of the King's Quest, or to start finishing up the rest of the King's Quest series. Just enjoy the rest of this game, and like I said, there will be one more video coming out shortly after this one comes out, either the next day or whatever, that's going to show you all the different choices you could have made with going through the Door of Destiny. So let's enjoy. I'm going to mute myself now, and like I said, you won't hear from me again until King's Quest 3. Bye-bye.
Graham, I don't like this place. Let's leave.
As you exit the cave, you notice that it is night already. Also, the two of you seem to have some company.
Beautiful night, yes?
Yes, certainly. To what do we owe the, pleasure of your visit?
Why, King Graham, surely you do not still think of me as the enemy? If I had wanted you destroyed, it would have been a simple enough thing to do. No, I have come only to ask a question of you, if I may.
Of course. And what would this question be?
I wish to know, have either of you ever seen a wedding ceremony performed and orchestrated by a highly experienced and rather exceptional mage?
Not really.
I cannot say that I...
Well then, prepare yourselves. I promise you both that this will be a night to remember. People of Colima, it is my desire to be reinstated as your custodian and protector, if you will still have me.
The crowd is silent. Then a murmur. It grows until finally everybody cheers in agreement and support.
Very well. Therefore, with the power and authority you have reinvested in me, I wish to conduct the ceremony of these two deserving people who have chosen to join together in marriage. Behold! King Graham of Daventry, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love and to hold, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Lady Valenice, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love and to hold, for richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you have a wedding band?
Yes, it is a gift from Anastasia's parents.
I now pronounce you husband and wife. I think you know what comes next.
The crowd's jubilance reaches a new height. The people of Colima seem only too eager to rejoice in your newfound happiness.
I cannot thank you enough for your service to me in ensuring the safety of my family. Without the Brotherhood's moral decadence of old, the people of Colima can finally move forward.
And I will not forget the chance you have given my husband and I to spend an eternity together.
Your kindness will always be remembered.
Your valor and bravery shall echo in the Mer people's songs for ages to come.
The legacy of your homeland lives on, due to your exemplary honor.
Now, King Graham, it is time for you to take your bride to her new home.
But my ship, my crew...
I have sent them home already. By now, they will have notified everyone of your imminent arrival.
Imminent arrival?
Trust me.
Good luck, Graham.
I wish you all the best, both of you.
Give my regards to the father.
As the vapor subsides, a deafening roar erupts from the audience. All have come to bear witness to your return and the coronation of your new bride.
Welcome back, Your Majesty. And may I say, never have I seen a more beautiful and stunning bride than the one you have returned with. I trust you found your journey through Colima void of peril or incident.
Agatha told me of your treachery. Who are you? Why do you call yourself the father? What are you searching for?
You need only know this. You would do best not to treat one like I in such a manner.
I must, with much regret, inform you all of a great treachery in our fair land. This man, he who has sworn loyalty to Daventry and its crown, is a traitor. He has conspired to have me slain away from home with the intention of pursuing his own insidious ambitions here. Guards, seize him!
You have made a terrible mistake, you know.
Guard, halt! Stand back!
Prepare to fight for your life, are you? And with an old fool's sword? Be warned, you do not know who you are facing. Your ignorance shall destroy you. On guard!
It is over.
I think not.
Thrice now I curse, and from the first, your family shall feel the worst. Soon shall you see they'll surely be in the most dire jeopardy. Then as your foe, 'tis I who will sow the spell to cause your heart to slow. And for my shame, for you the same, over Daventry your heirs shall reign.
Who was that man?
I don't know, but I will find out someday. I swear it.
Listen, we will deal with any curses as we find them, or as they find us. Come, you must show me around your kingdom. I wish to become accustomed with the realm in which we will be raising our children.
What about your coronation?
Later.
Between us won't be torn in two. Once waked from sleep, I'll smile and speak. We'll open a door forevermore. Our fates unknown, so rarely shown. Together you and I will see it ever sown. When you saw me, the truth that your heart could feel its emptiness leave. Thoughts are laid down, lines in the sand. It's happening now, you must understand. Hearts can reveal just what they feel. Roads began anew. Soon we shall pair our lives true and fair. Nothing will divide us, apart will be fair. As the bell rings, our destiny
You scored less than 185 points. We encourage you to play again and try for the top score. Thanks for playing. We hope you enjoyed King's Quest II, Romancing the Stones.